Okay, this is the brain dump page, and this is where it all begins for most people every week. And I love seeing how much people love this page. It has become a favorite page year after year. And what I love about this page is how simple it is. It's so simple. You're like, why didn't I think of doing that before? Because you technically could do this process just on a napkin or a piece of paper, but it's nice that it's here every week in your planner as a reminder for you. And so I'm just going to walk you through how I use it, but just so you know, it's very, very simple. And when things are really simple, they're really sustainable and you stick to it. And something I hear from customers over and over is that this is a planner that they stick with year after year. And it's because it's simple. It is robust and there's a lot here, but it's simple and sustainable. So the brain dump page is a favorite and it's just the best way to start your week. And today I'm using the 2023 Soul Planner in the 7x9 size, which is a Sunday start. This isn't the size or day of the week that I usually use, so I might run out of space. I have such big handwriting. You'll probably notice that. But that's the one that I'm using for this video today. And another thing, just another note about the brain dump page is if you didn't have this page and you just went right to your week, you would just start scheduling all the things in. And so by filtering everything through this page, it prevents you from scheduling without evaluating. Taking the step and the time to evaluate first will change how you spend your time throughout your week. And it also brings in the goal setting piece too, because it's easy to set a goal in like another notebook, but because all the goal setting is on all the pages of this planner, it is incorporated into your daily and weekly schedule. So in the Sunday Start Planner, you would probably fill this page out on Sundays and you'll be working and evaluating, and then we'll plug it in, and then for the rest of the week, you're like hanging out here. There wouldn't be a lot of flipping, only in like that session like we're gonna do right now. Okay, so let's jump in. I already have written here that in this example, it's December, and my example goal is making meaningful connections in my business. And I wanted to write that on top because that kind of filters how I'm going to prioritize my list. So I'm just going to write, all the things. I'm going to get all the things out of my head. Let's write some example things here. Okay, so I got my list made here, and it's not in order for anything. It's just a brain dump list. And the next thing that you would do is you would review your list and then rank them based on how important these items are. So the first thing for this example, I would think like writing these emails, this potential collaboration, these are the things that I'm like, okay, these are probably the most important things as far as work and the goal. But the thing that's going to win out as the top priority for the week is this one, direct messaging to potential collaborations. And the reason that this got number one is because this is the one most closely tied to the goal for December, for this example month, of making meaningful connections in my business. So that's why that one won out. Even all of these are really important and most likely going to get done, but I had to make one win out. And so I'm going to decide right now at the beginning of the week that it's going to be that. And then we'll say, let's see, this is number 2 and this is number 3. And then that would be number 4. And let's say this is 5. And I don't need to go and put a number next to every single thing, because some of these, like scheduling a dentist appointment, there's not a huge heavy importance to that. It's just like a to-do item that I didn't want to forget. And so it helped clear my mind to get it out. I don't really need to connect it to, for me personally, to this brain dump ranking. And honestly, beyond 7, it's either like just a little quick to do that I can add into my week, or it's not going to get done. But that's okay, because these top 7 things I'm going to work really hard to schedule into my week. So I am going to write my top priorities are to Okay, so the next step is to now decide, when am I going to do? Not every single thing, but the most important things do need to be decided before the week starts, when you're going to work on them. Now, I've already blocked off, these are my work times, and this is when I'm going to have the most focused time. These would be my time blocks. And so the thing that's most important should be in one of these. I'm going to make sure on this day, I'm going to work on that. And I'll probably do emails this day and this day. What else do I have? Okay. Let's say we edit the emails this day. Okay. And so I know that these days is when I'm going to work on the items, but now I'm going to decide, at least for this first one, when. I'm going to break it down a little bit more. So for the first half hour, I'm going to review my list of potential people to collaborate with. And so I'm going to review it and narrow it down, and then I'm going to actually send some messages, let's say. And I'm going to do that first thing in my time block. And then here is all about writing emails and writing the emails and then editing it. Okay. Now I have time to do other things in this time block, at least here and here. But I'm going to get the most important things done first. And I still have number 3. And I'm going to put that, okay, the interesting thing I want you to see about this is I'm going to put this here because I usually have some time after the kids go to bed. I'm going to add in a little time block here. And that's going to stand for Braindump video. Now, the interesting thing about this schedule is this is actually going to get done first, but this isn't necessarily like my top, this might not happen, or this isn't going to be like my best time. I'm really tired at this point. Just put the kids to bed. I'm going to try to get to this. So that's why, even though it's getting done first, it's not getting my best time. These items are what's getting my best time, number 1 and 2 priority. And I'll still probably get to this. And also by putting in the beginning of my week, if I don't get to it, I can probably squeeze it into one of these time slots. And now that I have my top 3 priorities written in, I'm going to go back and go through items 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to start popping them into the days of the week that I'm going to work on them. And I'm going to at least get them on the to-do list up here. And then for the first couple days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to try to get as clear as I can on when, at what time, like I did here. So I'll do that for as much of my list as possible. But even if I stopped here, I've already scheduled in my top 3 priorities, the things closest related to my goal. They're already in my week. And so I'm set up for a really good week that's going to reflect my values, what's important to me, and I've already evaluated what is most important to me, because if I hadn't gone through this, I guarantee on Monday, I'm going to pick the easiest thing. I'm going to schedule the dentist appointment first, and I'm going to make sure that dentist appointment gets scheduled. But by the end of the week, if I had the dentist appointment scheduled and I didn't get to these, it's going to take a lot longer for me to reach my goal, and I'm not going to have that feeling of like integrity and fulfillment that you want to have by bringing your goals and your schedule and your values all together in one. So think of this like as the filter. You work on this the first day of the week, and then you live it out for the rest of your week. Okay, I'm back because I almost forgot to tell you one more thing. I love to highlight. I like to use a color and highlight my top 3 priorities. And I have already went and filled out the rest of these things into my week here. I used blue, so you can see that, a different color marker. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I've also highlighted, I highlighted my top 3 priorities here, and then I highlighted them here. This is not something that everybody does, but I love to do this because I'm a visual person, and I just like to see where my top 3 priorities are showing up in my week. It just helps them stand out to me, and it also just gives me visual feedback that I'm spending my time on the most important things. So that's an optional thing you can do as well.